What's up? I'm ready. I'm down. 1 second. I'm not ready. I'm about to be. Alright. NT is done. So we can start. How are you today? What's going on? Yeah, let me check. Yeah, I'm okay. Alright. We can begin. He's back. Yep. Hello. Hello, only for Premiere. Hello, Aeromancer. Hi, Sri. Oh, Cryo, sorry. Sorry. I'm already messing up names. Well. Alright, let me switch. Let me switch the screen here. What's up? One second. I'll prep myself. I need. Alright. Pen. We're done. Okay. So, how are you, beautiful people? What's going on today? You guys enjoying the new Tenogen stuff? Possibly. Maybe my Sandana as well. Hopefully. The shoulder looks great. Thank you. Yeah, this is a trap. I've made it look shiny and beautiful for the screenshots, but well, it's going to look pretty much like this, except the very shiny and beautiful effects. Let's turn it down. Nice looking Oberon skin so far. Well, thank you. It's a Loki skin though. You're doing good? Well, great. Fantastic. It's been a long time since last time we spoke each other. So yeah, I know it kinda looks like Oberon, but it's definitely Loki. You can tell. Come on. Don't. Alright. So I've added a few details since yesterday. Not so many though, because I had something else to do this morning. But yeah, it's coming up well, and I'm probably going to finish it this weekend anyway. So in the meantime, I need to work on something I already know how to change. I was doing these metallic details on the straps in his side, and let's start with that, shall we? So, have you guys bought some Tenogen stuff from yesterday? Rose gold for Rob? Nah, it's I always use this gold color anyway. It's not exactly his rose gold. I can show you which one it is. It's more on the orange side. But yeah, it's one of those. It's not really golden. It's a little different. That's cause they didn't want me to use gold, like 100% gold on the skins. So I've just found one I'd like better. And that's the one I'm using for the longest time now. It's easy to find anyway. It's like an orange, but very desaturated and bright. That's the result. It kind of looks like copper, but it's an in-between. You can't really tell what it is, but yeah, it looks fantastic, I think. Ooh, I'm on console. I haven't got a second wave yet. Oh, so you're still missing my Siren skin and Sayandana, the Corona. And yesterday came out the third round. I think they've said they're coming out soon, maybe this weekend as well on console. Can't be sure though. It wasn't the stream. I wasn't paying much attention. Sorry. Sorry. I was working on this, by the way, so I hope I can be forgiven. But yeah, I've heard something like that. Maybe it's a patch, maybe it's not the content. I'm not sure. Something's coming. It's about to be released for console as well. Man, this is an old curve in here. I'm struggling to make a straight line. DK's birthday is today. Wow, happy birthday, DK. I'll go and check his stream if he's streaming later, and I'll tell him happy birthday. Is he really young, right? I think it's one of the youngsters. So, well, alright. It doesn't matter anyway. It's just a curiosity of mine. Ah, you were so close of birthday brothers. Sorry about that. I mean, do you even know DK? Well, outside of his YouTube career, I mean. Or entertainer career. Let's say that. It's more accurate. It's a nice thing to have though, a birthday brother. Nah, but it's cool to share a birthday with someone. Yeah. I know that. I have like lots of friends who are born like close to my birthday, so usually we ended up like switching days for everybody and make just one huge party in the past, but we have lost that tradition. You know, being old and didn't want to celebrate or getting older anymore too much, so that's something we don't do anymore. But yeah, it was fine. It was like very nice to celebrate with someone else the same thing, pretty much. It's kind of weird when you do like your birthday. It's just for you. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's probably just me, like 100%. Let's drink some tea. I'm pretty sure the DK doesn't want to reveal his age though. I don't know. Is that some mystery or something? What's wrong with it? Well, he doesn't if it doesn't have if he doesn't want, of course. But my guess is that is kinda really young. I don't know why. Not that like there's something wrong or anything. It's just I don't know. It's better. I think it's better. Who gives a shit? It's better if you're still young. Hi Nanarui. Hoping you're having a great day. Well, so far I am. Thank you so much, and hopefully you're having one as well. You know what? Now that you're here, it's even better. He said he's not gonna talk about it, which is fine. Yeah, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. It's not relevant in any way. Some errors I'm correcting. They happen sometime. Yeah. It's kind of a problem because this is an asymmetric screen, so sometimes I forget and I mess things up. Like maybe I'm working on this side and things get translated to the other one, but they're totally different. So they shouldn't. I should be more careful, but it happens. Let's see if we can golden up this detail in here. Let's golden up like all of the things today. Not sure if it's going to work like pretty well, but we'll try. We'll try stuff, we'll see if it works, and if it doesn't, we'll just remove it. That's how I work. No commitment to anything. That's exactly how I do my stuff. Let's have it a look from afar. It's good so far. See that lock is close to being finished? Yes, but trust me, I have some secrets that I do once I've finished working on these skins that makes them like lots times better. That I haven't done so far, because you'll see. Still want my Clem Prime skin. Well, I can't help you with that so far yet. We'll see if they allow us to make you a Clam skin. Maybe. So here's another thing I've done wrong. I haven't turned on the symmetry on this side. Damn it. So we can't see if it's working on both sides. Shit. Okay. I think it's cool though. I think it works pretty well actually. I thought it was going to be wrong or like worse. So let's retrace this. Clem Umbra. Yeah, why not? Let's make a Palatine Clem. like the rubedo coated skin type that you can only get on Steam, but on Clam. And you guys remember those? I want a Bob Ross Tenogen streamer, that'd be so fun. I mean, I don't have the afro, but so I can't even try. I don't know about the others though. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Lucino does have the afro. We'll ask him. He's not old enough though. We need an older Tenogen artist. We need that like lived guy charm, I think, for a Bob Ross Tenogen. I'm doing so many lines, which is something I don't do often, like this trace every like 1, 2, 3, 4. Something I don't do really often, but today for some reason I'm stuck with the repetition stuff. It's probably because I'm working on like lots of curved surface, and they are like a pain in the ass to get 100% right, especially if you have to trace something like this. It's quite a problem. It's not like much of a problem, but generally I don't do that, so I'm sorry if you see me like keep repeating myself. We just are gonna give Loki's shoulder a nice little friend. Yeah, in here. Like this. I can do clouds right now or trees. Let's leave the happy face for now as a little friend. It's faster. It's easier to do like something like that when you're sculpting. That's amazing. Okay. I think you're amazed of like way too little. Or you are just being like super kind. Huh, I don't know. Okay, let's see if it works somehow. If it looks cool from this side, you can see it, which is okay. It's not so like huge. Just taking the time to draw a smiley face. It's funny. Well, there is space for anything pretty much, but I hope I don't forget about it and just leave it, because that will be hilarious, but not so great, I guess. So nowadays year I've tried the new Tenogen stuff. Any thoughts about it? I mean, I know you play on console only for Premiere, so not talking about you right now. Uh, Sorry you haven't got them yet though. Um, but I'm curious. I'm curious of what you think about it. Unfortunately, my Sayandana is not working correctly, which is not nothing new. But I don't know if it's something like that they've decided they didn't want to do, or it's just maybe they forgot. But the two cylinders I've made on the Solid Sayandana, they were meant to rotate, and they are not, like at all. So I don't know. For once, I like Oberon's helmet. Yeah, that's so cool. That's a very cool helmet. That's probably the one I will use if I had the time to play and if I were playing Oberon more often than I am at the moment, which is kinda not. But was one of my favorite Warframe when it came out. It just was so underpowered that I just had to switch because I was doing like high-end content and there was no space for Oberon. It wasn't useful for anybody. Unfortunately, that's really unfortunate because I really like his powers and his aesthetic. I like everything about Oberon. Uh, so for sure I will play it like now, but I need an excuse. I need to come back and play Warframe somehow. More than I am. My guess is that I will once, I don't know, maybe later during the year, and if there is a new quest or something, for sure I'll play that. Ooh, look at this. This is unpolished. The new Enaro skin looks nice. Yeah, that was very nice actually. Was better than I thought. Looking at it from the workshop, which is something the author should be careful of because it means he did a poor job of promoting his skin. He could do better, and he didn't make it justice. That's what I'm talking about. It's not that it is something wrong, but I mean, if the skin looks way better in game, it means it's looking like really great even outside the game. So if you can tell that from the workshop page, it's a disservice for your work. You should be careful about the stuff. That's something that I've made wrong as well in the past. So that's why I'm saying. I mean, I know how much is important. That's what I'm saying. So much stuff to polish. I know I said I was going to take like 2 days to finish this, and it's already like the third or fourth day. That's because I never know what if I have to do some stuff in the middle. So I'm sorry. I wish it was finished already, but it's enjoyable anyway. I mean, this one, the painting part, it's probably one of my favorite part because it's relaxing and well, I mean, if you can be relaxed about something so important, but once you know what to do, it's relaxing, and that's the gist of it. Maybe I'm too close, that's why I'm wasting some time. I wanted to go faster today. If possible, without messing up anything. The Enaro skin looks I really like the Valbon Prime. Oh, what the fuck? The chat just went like crazy in a second. Yeah, for once I like Oberon Armat. Yes, okay. I'm really like Vobon Prime. Vobon Prime is great. The Naruto skin looks really good. It's my favorite Tenogen from this round, together with Haro's helmet and my Sandana. Oh, thank you. I just like seeing how this stuff is made. Okay. Well, I'm glad. Not fan of that Oberon helmet and Ninja skin though. Oh, what? Can I ask you what you don't like about them? It's interesting for me to know what you guys don't like and why, cause this way I can do better with my stuff. I need to fetch a screenshot I've made of this skin, because I'm thinking that I've made something in here that was really cool, but I don't remember now the color I chose. So just let's see. This is the page. Oh no, this is an old one. I probably have it on Twitch. Not Twitch, sorry, on Twitter. So let's see. It's one of my images. Oh, here it is. Alright, let's see. Ah, I see. Huh. So I've made like this all stuff black. The stuff in here made it like really black. And this all stuff, it's all golden. Oh, I totally forgot about this. Oh yeah, this is all black. This piece is black. Alright, let me take a note. Cause it's probably working better if I made it. I mean, it's probably for the best. This one is white, but this is all black. Alright. Let me come back. You don't like the infested team on Neja? That's why not? You don't like Neja to look different from what it is now? So you wouldn't like even does this apply? Yeah. I was saying, so you don't like even the Grok stuff for Neja? Or is it just infested things? I don't mean they look that bad, because I know they probably spent a lot of time on the skin and they appreciate that. Yeah, okay. But in my opinion, the metallic stuff on Oberon helmet doesn't match the rest. It looks a bit too simple combined to the rest of the skin. So that's alright. That's like the opposite of what Rob said on his review um, for the new Trojan round. By Rob I mean Agege Plays. Because he said like the new pieces were working like if it were they were made like if they were made for to work like very good with the old skin and everything. The old skin, like the prime skin and everything. So it's weird that you find that they don't match in the metallics. You said, the metallic stuff. I see. So those are not the same material, and you don't like. You just don't like the different aspect on Neja. Alright. I like the Infested Limbo, but Neja just I don't like. Okay. So Limbo worked, but Neja you think it's not great. But they were made by different artists, so can it be that? Maybe you don't enjoy the style of these artists. I don't remember who made them. Well, I think Hydroxate and Lad made the Limbo one, but I don't know who made the new ones. I'm sure it's not them. I mean, I say I'm sure, but I'm not. Maybe them. I don't know. Maybe. Well, that can happen. About Ninja, I like how the skin is made. I like how you can see the energy flowing, but it's just not my taste. Okay. There is really nothing wrong about it. About not liking something because it's not your taste, and you're also like appreciative of the effort behind it. So don't worry about it. I'm just curious to know what's making you say that's not my taste, I don't like it. Because if we can even like the original artist who made that skin, if we can find a way to make a thing appealing to you guys, we'll probably think a lot about it and try to achieve it. But we'll need the feedback, even if it's not like a feedback on our own work. Led and Roxy did the Limbo one. Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember the new ones though. The new Ninja skin. It's probably not them, but I'm not sure. The new Ninja skin is by Nova Bjorn. Oh, okay. Nova Bjorn. Yeah, his style is very different from Lads and Ajoxate. I haven't given a like a proper look at the skin yet, so I don't know in what that skin is different from the Limbo one in style, because I think everybody does that the organic stuff different in a different way, different patterns and things like that. But maybe it's too easy, maybe it's too wobbly. There could be like many reasons. Damn it! I just looked it up. Okay. Well, thank you. Oh, this looks probably too rough right now. It's not going to look like this in the compressed textures. But we'll make tests and we'll check the materials at the end. Because once they're in place, like I can edit them easily. So we shouldn't be concerned about the quality of the materials right now. Too much, I mean. Um, Looking from this close, they probably look like way worse than they end up looking in game. Okay, so this is pretty much how it was on. No. Yeah, it's working. This is how it was on when I was making the skin. Oh yeah, and this piece was metallic as well. Alright, let me see if I can add some more metal. This is going to be like a very heavily metallic skin somehow. But I still have to be careful of not making it look like it's one of the main features. This piece looks already too big. What about this? No, right? No, it doesn't work. I was just thinking that this piece in here. No, it doesn't really work. I don't like it. This is fine. The other one, no, not so much. Can I though make this piece all black? Let's see. I need to be real careful about this black stuff anyway. No, it's not. Well, what about if I make this one as well in this side? Kinda. Not 100% convinced. What about just this? Would have been better if it were like something like this, maybe. Right? Yeah, this works because the curve it should go like this, I think. There's a hotfix on console right now. Okay. It's a hotfix or it's red text? You know what? I'm liking this change. I like that this line does this, basically. If I want it to do like this, I should add a cut in here. Oh, a sneaky fix, okay. This in here, it's fine. Okay. Let me leave this black piece like this. It's untintable, but it should work. Like, trust me. Let me show you something. Yeah, see how it's flowing in this part as well. And then it looks like those stripes are keeping the cloth up in here. Something is missing in this inside piece though. Alright, I need to take a note, because I need to go back and change that part as well. Add a cut on the front lip, which I didn't do from yesterday, and add a cut on his belly side. Okay, so I can remember. Because to do that I have to come back to the original model in ZBrush and sculpt it back, the change, then remake everything pretty much, and reapply the textures in here. So it's a boring process. It's not really difficult or complicated or anything, but it's boring to watch on camera, so we'll keep painting this. Like, this piece should be black as well. We don't need it colored. Yeah, it flows better already. Okay, what if just this? Maybe. Is it even better? Yeah, it's even better. Okay, we'll leave it just one piece in a black. Okay, it's good. It's looking good. Bit random, but what would you be doing if you weren't a technology artist? Well, I was a concept artist before. But I started to do Tenogen in a moment where I wasn't doing art for a living for quite some time. I was programming for like an entire year on my own game, and then I've decided I wanted to try to do 3D stuff, and Warframe was perfect. So I don't know. I probably will keep on programming. Maybe I'll finish my own game, or maybe I'll go back to do concept art. But it's unlikely. Um, I don't really enjoy to do concept art for other people, uh, especially because you have to start from a really low point when you do concept art. Since it's a really crowded market, and you have to work with. Sometimes you have to work with very unprofessional people, and not that there is something wrong because everybody has to start from somewhere, but for an artist it's really tough to deal with people that don't know much about game development, but they're trying really hard. That's okay. It gives you like some passion, but it's really tough, and you don't make enough money at the beginning, unless you went to a school and you are like already great and you have a great portfolio. You have the luck to be hired somewhere. But I wasn't. I couldn't even move from my own country, so I was doing concept art on the side and programming a lot. Does this sound weird? It's not random though, don't worry about it. You can ask me anything. Feel free actually. It's getting too hot in here. Come on, okay. Uh, isn't there an artist that made Incubus Loki skin got hired by DE? I don't know about Incubus Loki, but one artist made a lot of concept art for Warframe, and they hired him, but as a contractor though, like you do with concept artists most of the time. You just hire them for a certain amount of work, and then you move on, or you just keep asking them for new stuff. But yeah, even like Eri Inuzuka recently was hired. He was a Tenogen artist. Kaz Syncresis, she was an artist on the side, and she made like Tenogen, and she get hired from DE. Yeah, so you're talking about Liger. Kaz got hired, yeah. Well, actually, Kaz got hired before they finished that skin. So the skin is being published while Kaz was already working with the. I think you meant Liger though. Probably. Like I forgot to say, but probably right now, if I wasn't working on um, Warframe stuff, with the portfolio I have, I'll probably try to get a job on another software house, or maybe I'll propose myself to do like skins or models as a contractor. I don't know. I'd like to try to apply one day. If I weren't doing like Tenogen, I would probably try to apply at Airborne Studios, the guys that are making the skins for Overwatch, because their stuff looks amazing, and it will be so fun to work on things like that. So I will try to apply there. I think if like today Tenogen stopped for a reason, but if Tenogen never existed, I would probably have kept working on my own game, programming, and doing concept art. That would be really cool. Yeah, I agree. And they actually have the ability to work on like full-fledged models. They can do pretty much whatever they want with the models, so it's not like they're making a reskin or something. They're making deluxe pretty much. So that will be fun. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. One day, maybe. Maybe. Right now, I'm fine where I am. I enjoy a lot Warframe and doing Warframe stuff. I don't feel the need to do anything else other than this, which is like a great position to be at for an artist. I mean, let's see if we can add some more tint one in on this side. We need more of this red, like lots more of this red. Somewhere, maybe here. I don't know. I need to give more red to the entire skin. Not like red. It can be like pretty much any other color, but let's try. Let's work with this blue for a while. All right. No. Okay. I'm cool. I'm fine. Am I out of focus? Yeah. Right? It looks kinda that I am. Give me a second. It's a new camera, by the way, the one I've got yesterday, so still need to set up stuff. Yeah, this is a little better. All right. we'll go back to the backside another time. I need this part to be more colored. And I still don't know how much and where should I put this color in here. It's quite a challenge. Not great, right? I don't know. It's difficult. This is difficult. I just make everything black and white. Alright. Well, it's not so simple though, for me as well. I need to make everything that works with every type of configuration, so it's... I wish, if only Premiere. I don't know. Damn, this part is okay. Maybe just this part, maybe. Maybe this doesn't need to be black. Maybe the black is ruining my composition in here. Not quite as easy as it seemed. Is it better? I don't know. Morning, Pyra. What's up? Oh, sorry. I don't know. This is black. Yes, this is. I don't know about this. Still not sure about it. Oops. No. The 3 black pieces on his waist look like hand. Well, they're fingers of a hand. Oh, oh, these ones? Oh, right, okay. Kinda, like a paw. Okay. Shall we change them? Oh, yep. We can change them. Maybe if I just remove this. This should probably be gold. Yeah, I'll find a better solution. I made a bacon chicken Alfredo lasagna roll. Why is called Alfredo though? That's disgusting. All right. Um, Last night I didn't taste it amazing. Too bad I didn't roll very well. It didn't roll very well. Lasagna roll. I don't know what a lasagna roll is though. I'm sorry. It sounds good. Kinda. Should be careful to say those things. But yeah, well, I don't know this Alfredo guy. But if you enjoyed it, well, I'm glad. Love the metal detail on his hip. What about those? What about this? What about this one? What about this tiny face? It is looking awesome, thank you. You're talking about the tiny face, right? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm working on the part that's not really good right now, so I'm glad you like it. I love that face. The tiny face is an Easter egg. Well, it's not much of an Easter egg, it's outside of the shoulder, like it's on your face all the time. I can hide him. I can hide one on his butt if you want, like in here. But I shouldn't. I'm sure they will make me change it. Unfortunately. But for now, we can enjoy the shoulder face. Ooh, sorry, my voice was going away. Is that face my late birthday gift? No, I didn't give you a birthday gift. I'm so sorry. If you want, it can be, yeah. Basically, you made a square out of the lasagna pasta and roll everything up. Alright, so you made lasagna and you just rolled the lasagna. But it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's okay, but instead of having a square piece of lasagna, you're having like a, a circle of lasagna. It's wasted effort, I think. That thing should be a signature in every frame skin you make. But yeah, the skin looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. My signature on every skin is this thing. That's a triangle. You guys should know about it. Yeah, that's not the official triangle though. I just made it because I needed that type of color right in there, but I removed that one. Right now, give me a hand. Right now, I'm struggling with this color in here. I don't know if or what I should do about. I think the problem is this. I truly think the problem is this piece in here. What if I make it black? I know it seems like it's my solution for everything, but there is a reason. I like that panel so far. Yeah, so this is the best thing I could find right now, but I don't know how to make it, to keep working on it, to push it further. And I need more colors in this part. It's just one color right now. It's a problem. And the main problem in here is that this thing I've made, this thing in here, it's cutting up the side of his leg, which is not the best. Now that I'm seeing it, now that I'm coloring it, it's not the best. Should have done something like this in here as well. The Rolling Stones are green on the back, on the black. Yeah, I know. Everything looks great in black, but I shouldn't make a black skin that you can customize anyway. See, if it were something like this, well, not exactly like this. It shouldn't go right. What about this? Let me sketch something on this. I'm not sure. That's a problem. When I get at this point that I'm not sure about something, I usually go back to the original model and change stuff. Because if I'm not like 100% sure, it's something is working real bad. Maybe this was okay in black. Maybe make this part blue, the one you sketched. Yeah, I'll show you what my idea is right now. This part in here shouldn't be black anymore. This is just the shape I've made to separate it. So if I remove the black from here, and if I remove the black from here, it's just a sketch. Don't freak out if it's like, oops, if it's really bad looking. If I put the color inside of this, if I put the same color inside of this part that I've blocked out, like this, see how it works? It works better, right? This is flowing way better. Well, it could be even better, but it's working right now like this. So I need to change the base model. That looks real nice. Yeah, we have a problem in here. I need to go back to the skin, to the actual skin, and change it. Shall we do it right now? Shall we do it right now? Yeah, now I get it. It looks nice. I need to go back to ZBrush and sculpt these new details on it. Then I need to make a new bake that I can't do on stream. Maybe. Probably not. Or maybe I can. We'll see. No, I really can't. It will stop my PC for a while. Um, we'll see if we can, but should I go back right now and do that instead of painting? I don't know what you guys want to see. That looks very river-like. I like it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Maybe I need to change this part as well, though. This shouldn't be like this black. We'll probably need to stop in here, maybe. We'll add some color in here. Let's make it better, like painted. Then I can watch this and resculpt it. I don't know why this part is so far. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, Jesus, I often don't do this kind of errors. I don't often do this kind of errors. Sorry about my English. Yeah, see, it's already better. Oh, god damn it. All right. I think it'll be worth it. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know if it's something you want to see like live right now. I'll do it for sure. I could just ignore this part for now and keep working on somewhere else. Then I'll go back and change. It's probably too huge though. I like your accent to be honest. Well, it's Italian. It's the Italian accent of somebody trying to speak in English. But thank you so much. This is too big. Right now it's too big. Because you can see there is not much of this color. If I change it like into something else, let's try a different combination than white. I want to do it like dark red, like wine red. Let's try wine red. This is wine dark red and bright blue. Probably going to be too much blue in here. See how this is the only thing you can notice very well. It's too much on the same spot. And it's not great. Should be more subtle. What's the biggest weirdest Italian word you know? I don't know. I don't know. So we have a primary, secondary, tertiary, and accent color. Accent and energy color. Yeah, I haven't used accents in here so far. So if the one that's currently red is primary, blue is secondary, yeah. Black is untintable, yes. And there is this tiny piece that's yellow. You see the triangle, that's the accent, but I'm not using it right now. I use the accent at the end. What's this? This is a new skin for the Loki Warframe. Character design, yes. Yes, character design. I'm painting a new skin for Warframe. And we were arguing if I had to come back and change stuff in here because right now it's not really working so much. It's too big. It's too big. This part. It's. Let me see if I can do something about how big it looks. This doesn't change it, right? No. I mean, yeah, well, a little bit, but still way too big. What will happen after this is done? I'll submit this model, and then we wait, and then I'll start working on a new one. If Digital Extremes likes it, they'll publish it. That's pretty much what happens. And obviously the player base would have to like it as well. They'll use it. That's amazing. Yes. You're new here, right, Matomingo? I hope you know Warframe though. If you know Warframe, you probably have seen many other skins I've made for the game. Not only me, there are plenty of people that are working on Warframe content. Hey man, hey Pernak. It's Pernak, right? I don't know how to say your name, but welcome. Right now I'm trying to make this blue stuff like shrink a little bit. It's too bright because it's too big. It's too big of a surface. Of course I know Warframe, but I don't keep up much with skins. Okay, that's okay. Do you play on console or do you play on PC? If you play on PC and you have Steam, I'm sure you've seen some of my stuff around. Even if you play on console, plenty of stuff I've done it's on console as well. PS4, I can't afford a PC. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can see my stuff on PS4. If you go on the Warframe market and you search for Hitsu-san, you'll see the other stuff I've done. We talked yesterday in Steam. Glad to see you. Yeah. I remember about you. I remember what we talked about. You're welcome. Yeah, I know who you are. Don't worry. I just don't know how to say your name. I know how it's written, but I know if Pernak is the right way to say your name. The only skin I wish I could get is Trinity skin. I'll have to check the other stuff. I've never done a skin for Trinity. I've done like Bunny Ivara, Ivara Yokai, and I've done a skin for Zephyr, Excalibur, Kaduto. I don't know what you may have seen on PlayStation 4. I've never played Warframe on PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, I'll get a PlayStation 4 probably soon. There are stuff I want to play, so it'll be a chance for me to play Warframe on PlayStation 4 and see what people are using in terms of skins and stuff like that. That would be cool, because I don't know much about the console market. How does this work? You import the character and make some design? No. Not really. I have to sculpt everything. I use the character as the base model, but everything needs like redone, like if it's a new model. Like 100% everything. All the textures, all the sculpting, everything gets redone. The only thing that stays is the shell of the original model. And actually the helmet is not the one, the original one as well. This is Loki. This is an helmet I've done. Damn, you sculpted all. That's brilliant. That's what you do if you don't have a character. You just sculpt everything. So it's pretty much the same, except that I have to make sure the thing I sculpt can fit inside the original character. That's the only thing that changes on my workflow. Yeah, my Vara and Zephyr only ever wear its skin. Okay, thank you, Sreber. Maga's a lot more competition, so I rotate between yours, Favens, and the Deluxe. Well, that's okay. Not to mention, it all has to be perfect, doesn't it? Well, what I do has to be perfect because I wouldn't be satisfied with it anyway. As you can see, like right now in here, I was struggling because I think I've made a mistake. I definitely made a mistake, so I'm trying to find a solution before getting back to the original model and resculpt it. Which is something you shouldn't do when you are at this point, because it's a pain in the ass, quite literally. But it's necessary because I'm not really 100% satisfied with it, and I want you guys to be to like what I do like a lot, because you guys have to pay for it. So I want them to be perfect. So yeah. You know what? I need to move this thing up. It's not great. Let's resculpt it. I can work on it. So this is your profession or a hobby? This is my profession. I'm a professional artist. It started as an hobby pretty much like long time ago. And then I found like Warframe. I found they were accepting skins, so I've made like two, and they got accepted, and lots of people liked them. So I kept working for Warframe, and right now it's been like more than 2 years, I think. Yeah, it's quite a long time. I've made a lot of stuff. But I love the game, I love the aesthetic, so it's worth it. That's amazing. I wanted to be an animator, but I don't have the requirements. If I am to become one, I'll need a O. What's a O? A PC. Oh, a self-teaching. Well, if you have eyes and a good brain, and your hands, you can be an animator 100%. Even if you have like a powerful PC, you can start learning everything. So don't be so negative about it. I as well started like character design and everything on like so crappy hardware back in the days, and like the learning can be done on anything pretty much. You can't do stuff like so at this resolution on a very slow PC, but you can work. You can still do maybe like maybe you'll work on a lower resolution or something, but I mean, of course you need the tools, but the rest it's pretty much effort you have to put on. Right now, like today's, you have lots of meaning to learn, like in ways to learn. I mean, you can just like take classes online, which it wasn't the case like 10 years ago. So it's probably the best time to start. And animation is so cool. I've done some animation as well, just 2D stuff for games, but it was so fun. So don't be too much afraid of it. A lot of time and effort, yeah. Self motivation is important, so you don't get bored or lazy. How can you be lazy about what you like to do? It's impossible. I think it's impossible to get bored about a thing you really love. And if you're lazy, you're not really serious about it. So yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go sculpt this thing. Man, it took me like so many years to learn all this stuff. Of course it's hard, but it's never boring. It might be tiring, that's for sure. It might be frustrating at like most of the times, but boring, no chance, man. It's if it's what you like, if it's what you love, and if it's something you want to do for a living, for your future, it can't be boring at all. Isn't it that if you love what you work, as then you don't work a day in your life? No, I really don't believe that. I think if you love what you do, you are able to work more in your day, and it still feels like it's work though. It's hard, it's tiresome, but you just don't get like so bored, and you don't get um, you get satisfied at the end of the day if you love what you do. But it's still hard. And if you do animation, you'll have to work for someone. So it can be still like pretty much work, even if you love it. All right, let me switch to ZBrush. Let's cut the changes I was doing to the model. Give it a second to load. Okay. When it's finished, the film must be wonderful. Exactly. That's the point. If you're working on something, it even if you love your job and if you love what you're doing, it's still super difficult because this is a career like art, animation, pretty much everything that in the entertainment industry, like game related or movie related, which is 3D animation, whatever. It's still super difficult, and that's because it's a job that most people want to do. So the bar, not most people, but I mean it's a job that it's uh, um, it's very interesting for a lot of people. So the bar for your skills are very high, and when you are at that level, what's required from you, it's a thing that probably like very few other people can do. So it's super stressful, and you work crazy hours. So it's pretty much a tough job. But when it's finished, like it's the best feeling ever. All right, let's switch to ZBrush. Let's do those changes. What is it? All right, here we go. Let's use the full screen version. Tough but rewarding, yeah, for sure. What? Okay, let's move to this. All right, so this is going to be real hard. I need to see. All right, this is what's. All right, let me do something. Let me do a thing. I'll take a screenshot from this. Which I can't do in this. All right. Oh, let me take a screenshot. This shitty dot. Okay. Perfect. Let me save this screenshot. Okay. Then where is it? Okay, we'll add the screenshot in the stream. That's an image, yes. It's in here, so you can see what I'm trying to achieve. Okay. Perfect. All right, so this is what I'm trying to achieve. This is all the changes I'll have to do on the sculpt. Pretty much. I could change something else about it. We'll have to see about that though. Okay. A little bit of stretching is going to be hard. All right. Let me slim down this model. This is crazy because this model is like 80 million polygons, so it's probably not the best for a stream. This should be interesting to see. I hope so. Okay. Right now I'm isolating this part so that from 80 millions it becomes 27. 27 is more manageable. It's still like super slow, as you can see. I mean, it's incredibly slow. It doesn't matter though. We'll go onto a lower level. So from 27 million we work on 1 million. This is 1 million. Alright, so in 1 million it's already super fast. I can change things very, very quickly. More or less. So, the changes. Let's paint the changes first. Do we have colors? No, we don't. Okay, perfect. Let's paint the changes a little bit. Let's trace them. So give me fill this object, okay, and give me the black. I really don't want the 100% black. I need the gray. Otherwise, it's going to be awful to look at. All right, too big. All right. More or less. This part needs to be cut, like from here to something like this, I think. Yes. And in here, what? Okay, so this needs to go higher, like this, a little bit. Okay. Cut down like it's a big shape. Yeah, all right. And then there is this tiny thing in here. Okay, this is already pretty much working. There is too autocorrection, too much. Okay, like this. Okay, this is pretty much the shape that I have on the screenshot. The problem is that this lower part, I think, should be higher. Probably right here. Yeah, I think so. I'm tracing something because let's flatten this out before because I'm getting distracted of what I'm seeing underneath. Let's flatten some stuff. This doesn't need to be changed at all. This does though. Everything in here needs to change. This is one big shape. I will probably need to cut it somehow. Ooh, that doesn't need to be touched. This is okay? Okay. Let's flatten things out. I don't need this to mess with my lines. Okay. This is better. Okay, this I didn't like. Oop, that was a bug. That's cool. Thank you. Let's try to not mess so much. Well, if that's gone, this part, I changed this part as well. The problem is, with that gone, I need to do something else with this piece. I think maybe we'll see it later. Let's do some cutting lines. It's 15, it's too little. Okay. So if we remove the color, I mean, no, that's not. Okay. So I need to cut this in here. This in here. This should still do this type of line. Okay, let's see it like this is real clean without anything. Let's flatten things out. Let's polish it. So in here I've removed the part that wasn't really interesting. I mean, it was too low. It was meant to continue this design, but I've made it too low somehow. So right now I'm trying to. I will probably need to move it up, but I don't know how yet. Not that I don't know how to do it technically. I don't know what I want for it to look. Okay, so this is the new shape, which is pretty much, it's very similar to the blue part in the photo. Something is not right. I'll tell you what it is not right in here. There is something that's not really working very well. Just this line, of course, because just a sketch pretty much right now. Okay. This is not a fast process, by the way, so I'm sorry if you guys get bored. Meanwhile, I'm working. I understand that. And I probably should be more committed to what I've chosen to do at the beginning, but if something is not quite there where I want it, I can't help it. I need to go back and change stuff and make it better. It's okay. Well, thank you. So, are you trying to recreate the picture in the top left, but change it a bit? Yeah, that's pretty much the design I wanted to look, um, to be like. The problem is it doesn't, like 2D stuff doesn't really translate into 3D stuff. So you need to try to achieve that look, but some stuff they will be a little different, but pretty much that's how I want it to look. Because before it was like a huge surface, it wasn't working. I need a tinier detail, and it goes from little to big. So maybe it should go back to little instead of going into something bigger, as it was before. So let's see if I can make like definitely need like another swirl. We need one more swirl in here. But yeah, as you can see, what I was saying before, this is like making a new character from the scratch. Except I just have to make it fit the original model, and that's not different than making a new character anyway. And the helmet, I can do what I want with the helmet pretty much. So the shape I've made it on my own, and everything else it's on my own. It's kind of like if you know any other game like Overwatch or stuff. If you make a skin for Overwatch, if you make a skin like for a character, you still need to keep the face at least. They don't have to be like totally different. It's the same thing for Warframe, except instead of keeping the face, I need to keep the shape of the body. But everything else can be changed. Hello, Solomon. Well, whenever you do a Trinity skin, I'll probably get it. It's awesome, and she deserves more skin. Yes. I will make a Trinity skin eventually, because she's a Warframe I like to play a lot. So eventually, I have other plans for the near future though. We'll see. So here's a problem. I haven't sculpted like what I wanted to do with this, so I'm trying and I'm already messing it up. So let's get back to um, sketching things up, like drawing them. Whoops. Is there requirements for what Warframe skin you can make, or can you just choose whatever frame you want? So far I've chosen whatever frame I wanted. I even made some Sayandanas. That one came out yesterday. Now stream chat is working. Wasn't it working before? don't know. Browser might be due for an update. Okay. Well, it's like an hour ago, pretty much. It freaked out on me, and I wasn't seeing messages. They came out like all at once. So maybe there is some problems, but I'm not sure. Who knows? Just so you know. This is the same exact thing. It's not the greatest choice. It's the same. I don't like it. Twitch may get a bit twitching again. It can happen, yeah. Okay, so I don't like this part too much. It's a mess. I'm making a mess in here. It's getting hard to understand what the fuck I'm doing. So let me polish it. Let's clean it up a little bit. Okay. Ah, come on. Why? Don't use RGB. Okay. Okay, so here's the problem. This part is right now it's an entire block on its own. It's huge. See? It's way too big. And it's not connected behind it. It's stupid how it ended up. So I do need to make it probably bigger on the top and cut it out like somewhere in here. So we'll make a line in here somewhere. This is a good spot, I think. I've also made like a cut side by side. It's not the best choice. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. Like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Pretty much DE will set whichever warframe is ready for Tanojan. Then it's up for the content creators like Hitsu-san to pick up which ones they want to make helmets and or skin for. Yeah, exactly. Like the Gara model was made available last week, I think. Yeah, it's such pain in the ass to go back and change stuff when you thought it was all done. But yeah, sorry. So DE chooses a few frames you can choose from. No, there are every warframe is available. Every Warframe is available right now. No, what Pyra said, it it's just they have to set up the models before releasing them for the content creators. But the problem with Gara, why she wasn't available till last week, it's because they used a new shader for the glass, so they didn't know how to makes us work with that. So right now we can work on Gara as well. I don't really know how it works though. I haven't checked that model, so I'm not sure what they have done for that. But every Warframe is on the table. We can also do weapons, some weapons as a skin. Obviously, we can't make new weapons, but we can make like a skin for the Nikana, for instance. Don't know if you guys are too much into those stuff. Once they released for Tenogen, they stay available, yeah. At least for the past 2 years, that's been how they made stuff. But maybe in the future they'll, I don't know. Maybe in the future they'll say you can't work on this Warframe for 6 months because we have too much stuff for that. It can happen. Also, you can't change Gara Glass with Tenogen. The problem with Gara Glass is that it's a new shader, so they didn't know what to make. They didn't know how to handle it for us, and they had quite some problems with that shader, as far as I know. So they didn't want us to mess things up with. So I don't know, maybe we can't really change the material on Gara Glass. Maybe we can only change the patterns inside the normal map. Not too much the material though, probably, most likely. I'm not sure because I haven't checked though. So who knows? For sure we shouldn't be able to add new glass, like new glass surfaces, because that will be a little too much and too dangerous, because I'm sure somebody will make like a 100% or 99% glass skin, and nobody wants that. If I had money, I'd get more skins. Well, man, learn how to make animation first. Then money won't be a problem. I guarantee that. I mean, animators are always welcome, and you'll get a job for sure if you're new. But yeah, don't worry about skins and cosmetic stuff if you don't have the money for. There's plenty of stuff you can get if you play Warframe. Just playing. You could, I don't know, maybe try to get some Prime Warframe, exchange the Platinum for pieces, and use that Platinum to buy a skin if you want. Sorry. There are ways. On console there are more ways than on PC for our stuff, for our content creator stuff. On PC you can only buy them with PayPal on Steam. I bought almost everything from the last batch of Dungeon my poor world. I mean, what? That was the biggest Dungeon batch ever. It just bought everything. I mean, can you even play with all that stuff so long? I should just say thank you though. Thank you so much for supporting us. Almost everything. Okay, let me ask you, what is it that you haven't bought and why? Just tell me an example, especially if it's something I've made. I want to know how to make better stuff for you guys. That's why I'm asking. Today I'm asking people what they don't like, and why. Even you, Mato Minigo, if you can tell me if there is a skin or a warframe that you don't like and why, that will help me to understand how to make better stuff. I actually own every piece of Dungeon that you made. Thank you so much for that's crazy. But I'm flattered. Thank you so much. So what is it that you haven't bought? Then maybe we can pass the feedback to the owner of that piece of content. Like one thing, you don't have to make a list. One thing that struck you, that you have seen, and you said, no, this I don't like. Well, right now I don't really know what to say. I look at some skins and I could tell you my opinion. Warframes I don't like. Mag feels wonderful frame in terms of looks, but not gameplay. Okay. Mag Prime looks really elegant. Yes, she does. So you haven't found a Warframe that you really don't like his looks so far. That's great. I don't know how long have you been playing though. She deserves to be treated like royalty. Well, yeah. Mag's the first Warframe I've made a skin for. And I mean, Limbo looks funny a bit. Yes, there are plenty of Warframe that look funny. Because I think Digital Extremes have a lot of fun on designing them. So they look like some of them look like they're a joke. If they were in some other game, they were like a joke character. Like I don't like Octavia. Like I don't think anybody will make an Octavia for any game, because I mean you have to make a gameplay that's making music for your game, and your abilities move in sync with the music you made. Nobody has ever done something like that, so it feels like a joke, but it's actually something great that only Digital Extreme is doing right now. And I think that's because they have lots of fun on designing them in the craziest way. I didn't buy the new Ninja skin. Didn't feel like it fit. Oh, so that's a feedback that we got twice today. Um, we should tell Nova Bjorn about it. I mean, 2 out of 2 so far. I don't know why though. On the screenshot it looked really cool. Not the, I don't know if I would play with it as well, but it didn't look bad. It's just that people says it doesn't look like it fits the Warframe for some reason. It's it's a difficult feedback to get, because it's hard to try to think why you've made something that doesn't fit the Warframe you're playing, and you thought it was fitting. I mean, so it's an interesting feedback to get for an artist, and I would be glad to get some feedback like that. I would make like a lot of questions. I don't know though. It doesn't like it's never like your goal as an artist to make something that people thinks it doesn't fit the Warframe or the character you're making. The default helmet is a bit much for Limbo. It's cool though. I'ma look at some skins and... Okay, why not? Okay, thank you. Oh, Vabon is there. I forgot about Vab. Yeah, it's definitely odd. It's not terrible though, it's really different though. If I had to choose a Warframe whose design I don't like, it would be Oberon Prime. Looks like Gimp Ball with castle shoulders. Yeah. I get what you mean. Those castle-like details. I don't enjoy them as well. It's all well made though. Everything is extremely well made. It's just sometimes things don't translate well when they are put into a 3D character, but it's too late to go back and change everything like I'm doing right now. It should be too late but I'm still doing it because I don't have to respect like deadlines and such. Green Goblin skin for Boba. Okay. Yeah. Voban looks weird. His helmet looks like an old trains from... I don't remember the helmet for the deluxe skin. Not the deluxe, sorry, the prime skin. I remember the body and the feet mostly. Those were I don't know. I mean, there was something that I didn't like on the Oberon, the original model, and they're more like that in the Prime version, which is something characteristic for Oberon, but something I didn't like on the original model, which is made even a stronger way on the Primes. I don't really like them on the Primes as well. I should look at the Ninja skin again. Maybe I can pinpoint what exactly bugs me about it. If you can, yeah, that will be interesting to understand, like uh, what you guys don't like about it. Zephyr is terrible in gameplay, but Zephyr does have more skins. I think there is a lot of potential there. Have you seen my skin for Zephyr? It's called Hagoromo. And I agree, Zephyr. I don't know if it's terrible in gameplay. They've changed that, like yesterday. So it should probably feel better now. Yes, best example. Yeah. Poor Vauban. I play Oberon with the Feyarch skin and the new Taurus armor. Oh wow. Um, that will look cool. I'll have to check it. I need to find a good solution for Vauban, or just make one, like I do sometime. Your skin looks cool. Oh, sorry, my voice is going away. Sorry. Your skin looks cool. It reminds me of a space racer. Oh yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, thank you though. Do you have art session? Yeah, I do. It's Hitsu-san as well. I think it's probably Hitsu-san art. I don't remember. Let me see. No, it's Hitsu-san. Let me link it. The standard yellow, white, and black colors are striking. The helmet is cool, but the best part is the hanging things on the back. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was my second skin, like the second skin I've ever made. I didn't like Zephyr at first, but when I got her, I fell in love with her. It's like, I like the gameplay and the original skin is nice, but about the Agoromo anyway, because fashion frame, that's the end game. But yeah, I enjoyed playing Zephyr from the first moment I've tried her. She had like lots of fun abilities, like the wind one. I don't remember the name, so I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. The wind one that's around you that deviates bullets. That was so cool at the time. Right now, I know it feels like very overpowered, but I enjoy that. I enjoyed that ability, and like the whirlwinds, they were like so fun. I would actually love to see how you would design a Nido skin. That's the next thing I'll do after I fix my next skin, after this model. I think Bashi default skin looks awful. I've never seen it until now. I don't like... yeah, it doesn't feel too good, yeah. Kraman looks like a fat salmon. Kraman. Man, I'm turning you into... I thought you enjoy Warframe. Right now, I've asked you a question that's turning you into a monster. I'm sorry, I didn't want to. Chroma needs to look more badass. I think Chroma looks very cool. The original Chroma, it looks great. The deluxe skin I'm not too fond of, but the original model is great. I liked so much the original model that the deluxe skin is making it look something totally different that I don't have a feel for. It's still a dragon, but I mean, I don't know. I don't like the materials even. I don't like that the fact that it doesn't look organic. I mean, people are like, it's a dragon, but makes me think of so massive scary thing. Well, it has to be character size though. Can't be too big. It's one of the biggest Warframe anyway. Equinox is beautiful, yes. Love Equinox so much. Okay, so I think I'm at a good point with this. Sorry, it's looking really like nothing is going on, but I need to find a really good shape that I want to keep. Because I don't want to go back and change it a second time. One should be more than enough. Gara definitely needs more glass. More glass. I don't know about more glass. She looks great. I don't really like the lower part of Gara. In what software do you write topology? In 3D Studio Max. ZBrush. Wake up. I'm a little tired, sorry, it's the weekend. The lower part looks bad. I don't know, it doesn't look bad. It looks it doesn't look too much though. I don't know how to say it. The upper part looks like she's wearing an armor and everything, and she looks like so cool. The lower part looks like it belongs to something else. A little bit. She needed more glass on the lower part, more armored piece, I think. But that's a good chance for a prime version of Gara, because if they had their more glass on the lower part, a bit better. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If they had more glass on the lower part of Gara on the prime warframe, she will look like extremely well. I will have to just get that prime warframe and play with it like all the time. That's a good chance. Alright, so these flowery type shapes are looking quite okay right now. The design of it. The problem right now, like at this point, is this part. I need to find a solution that still keeps, still has to be viewable from here, like from the front, but it doesn't look like crap from this side, because right now these things are not really working very well. I mean, if I do a cut in here, it's going to be better, but not 100%. When you change something, when you have like make up your mind and you move on, and then you go back and change something, it gets like a cascade of things that it becomes like something that just escalates, because now that it's a different design and I don't have like this intersection point, I need to change everything that was going in that intersection point. So it requires more work than you may imagine. That's why once you are committed to things, you shouldn't go back and change them. And that's why you make concept art for things. The problem is that this couldn't be couldn't be couldn't have been seen in concept art, I think, because the shape is so big and you can't change the surface. It's hard to make concept art for a skin when you can't change the shape of it. So I did look at the screenshot for the Dragon skin for Neja again, okay, and I could swear I didn't look that in game when I checked yesterday. Oh, so the screenshots are better than the skin that came out somehow. I'll tell you why though. The screenshots are probably taken with a higher resolution texture. I don't know what Novabjorn used. Like, I don't know. But what DE does is to take the texture they ask you to make, like they take the resolution, they ask you to make like 2K by 2K, but then they have to compress them on their own. They compress them into like 1K. So you will lose lots of details for sure. Like it's impossible not to. They will still look good, but that's probably why you see a different version on the screenshot. A more improved one, because there is more details or more visible details that are not compressed. Like if you want to see this on one of my skins, you can look at Ash Bio screenshots. Remember those wiggly lines it does have like in the shoulder? Yeah, there are some decoration on the shoulder, like tiny ones. On the screenshot they look perfect, but in game they look like they have alias problems. That's cause of texture compression, so they will lose some details. It's not much, and if you are careful, it doesn't happen. Because if I had made those details on my Ash skin a little bigger, the compression wouldn't have to make so much alias to recreate the design. So it might be because of that. That's probably why. In game look a bit flat, like was paint. Okay. Are you sure it's not missing some textures? It happened. Like it happened to me once. Like one of the texture maps, the reflection map, was gone. Like on Excalibur it happened. We didn't know why, but it wasn't being implemented. It wasn't in the game, so the model looked like nothing was reflecting on it. There was like no surface, no materials were on it. But it was just a flat surface. That was just an error. It happens sometimes that you submit a material that you create, that you have put on a Warframe, and somehow the submission like screws up. It can happen. It's still software. You know what I mean. You can make, like, your computer can create problems with patching something, and it's the same thing when you submit something in for the game to be implemented. And it happened to my skin, so maybe it's the same problem, but I can't be sure about it. But if you see something weird like that, you should ask the author to have a look at it, because if he sees it, for sure he will notice if something's wrong and it's not how he created. So he can contact DE and ask them to make a fix. Yes, sometimes textures disappear. It happened recently with a Hydroid Tanogen. Yeah, it can happen. It's not really somebody's fault. It's software, guys. So that's why hotfix exists. Judging from the screenshot, I think it does fit the game. but I think Ninja model doesn't work too well with the infested look. Okay, so it's a design problem. I mean, it's not a design problem, it's that character that doesn't work really well. Or maybe it's something that the author has made that doesn't make it look like or maybe it's just personal preference. I don't know. It could be, right? I mean, when I've seen it, it looked like a tiny version of was the Warframe? Sorry, Nidus. It was looking like a tiny version of Nidus. So I mean, that's a good job, because he's the one, is the meter. So I don't know. I haven't. I don't often check thoroughly the other artists' work, unless it's something I'm buying. I don't go and see if I can find something wrong with it. I mean, but it's important we're talking about it. It gets for it makes a good discussion. If I can like make you examples that relate to my work, and we can talk about how the process work. If it's interesting to you, I mean, I feel like there should be more of development, accessibility for players. And unfortunately, though, the artist that works, well, it has to be like the main problem is that they don't want to spoil anything. That they want to show you something in advance that maybe it gets changed, because that sucks. I mean, but that's why you never see like art streaming from DE unless it's something they will stick to it 100%. But it's hard to it's really a gamble every time. Or maybe it's something they do but they don't even publish, and that's a shame as well. So it's hard for them to do it, but if we do it, it's we are responsible of the things we do. So we wouldn't hurt anybody if we take our time, like more time to make things and go back and change stuff. It still sucks a little bit for us and for you if we miss like a deadline because we can't finish something in time. That will mean you have to wait at least 2 more months to get a skin that you wanted, that we were working on. But I think it's important to make this type of streaming and also this type of discussions, like what you don't like about something that's being released, and why you don't think it fits. I've struggled with it a little bit in the past. Like my Nova, if you remember, my Nova skin had a lot of negative feedback, but also positive, like way more positive feedback than negative for sure. But the negative feedback was so intense, and I wish I was doing these type of things at the time. I don't know about you guys, but it's snowing here and I'm not looking forward to working in it. Are you at school or something? Are you like at work? Or you have to go back to your house somehow? It's not snowing in here. It doesn't snow in this island, and it never snows. We are like I think from here it's about 2 kilometers from the sea, so it never happens. Not sure if it's 2 kilometers. Probably. Um, it may be a little more, but not too much. I don't think it's 3. Let's say that. So snow doesn't get this side, and it doesn't get as cold as it should for snow to occur. I mean, I can look at. We should have. Don't know. Probably. Yeah, 17 degrees Celsius, obviously. So it's fine. My house is also more cold than outside. Cheers, because it's an old house. Snow always looks pretty, but if you have to go anywhere, it's a massive pain. Yeah, it's dangerous actually, isn't it? I've never had that problem. We don't get that type of snow in Sardinia, Italy. I mean, things may change with global warming, but hopefully not too much. It was -9 when I went to work. Damn. I don't think we went to minus anything like in the coldest day of winter in here. Like, it was probably 3 at the coldest. But it's pretty for sure. I mean, it would be like lovely to see snow all over your town. But I get the problem. That's having like all the streets frozen and with banks of snow everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so see what I'm trying to do here for a long time. It's not working because I'm trying to go like this way. We'll just solve it by going the other way. I'm sure. Pretty much like this. I mean, here you go. It's complicated. We need this to go a little more like this. We need another shape. It's a diamond one. Okay, it's okay. This is a curve. Oh, and also there is something I need to remember to change. Let me go and do it like right now. Remember this from yesterday? It's loading, just a second. Okay. Oh, come on, move. Yeah, this is 52 million polygons, too much. It's too much even for my computer. Oops. We needed a cut, like in here. Yeah. Okay. Saving. Say it takes a little bit because the file is like huge. Right, time for dinner. But be right back. Okay. Okay. See you later, Salmon Prime. I don't know if I'll be here, but thank you so much for hanging out. And I'll try to fix this in the meantime. Whoops. Hi Backside. How is it going? We had a problem. I'm making that cut I've said I was going to do yesterday. I'm making it right now. But we had a problem. I mean, I had a problem because something wasn't looking real good like I wanted. So I made a decision to go back and change it on the actual model, which is kind of a problem because right now I have to re-export everything, re-bake everything, and re-import everything on Painter, and for keep it painting it, but the painting it's still in there. Problem is it takes like probably a couple of hours to do everything else. So we needed a cut in here, and I made it so it will look fine, I guess. Let me have narrow selection. Whoops. Okay, let's go as high as 6. As you can see, like on the top left of the screen, there is the problem we had. You can see the geometry underneath that design I've sketched. It's not really like I wanted, so I've made that design like I painted a little bit, and I'm doing that. I'm trying to make it look better. Well, right now, like in this exact moment, I'm adding like a cut that I had to make. I wanted to make yesterday. I've said I was going to make it like outside the stream, but I didn't have time today. So I'm making it right now, before I forget. I haven't seen any other spots that would be stuck too much. I mean, too much. Somehow it happens, but not like that part on the leg. Well, I just started my new 56-day training program today. I will be at the gym 48 days of the 56. Will be tough, but worth it. Oh, well, I'm glad you made such change. Um, why only 56 day though? Why don't you make the change for the rest of your life? I don't think like such a short program. Um, well, for sure it will have like a great effect on you. But why so short? I'm back. Welcome back, only for Premi. Welcome back. Well, I'm wasting time. I mean, this part was working before, so I don't know why I'm working again on it right now. I don't. It doesn't need to be changed further. Let's go back to the leg part. Welcome back, Nanarui. Otherwise, you risk that you are overloading your body. Well, if it's a really tough one, yeah, I get it. You're remodeling. Yeah, you see that part on the leg? It doesn't look really great, so I went back and changed the design of it on the model. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing to do at this point because it's such a huge piece, but I mean, if I didn't like it, it means that something was very wrong with it. So I'm working on changing it right now and making it way better. It already looks way better. Like if you see only the colors on that screenshot. It's a pretty heavy program. 6 times at the gym per week and one rest day for 8 weeks. Is my smiley face still in there? Well, it's not in here. It's in a painted model. But yes, I haven't deleted it right now. For now. All right, I get it. Backside. It's if it's a really heavy program, then yes. Of course, you can hold. You can make it like for a long time. You should keep going though. I don't know if you do it already, but I'm just saying you should work out every day for a little at least. That's what I do. I do at least like half an hour every day. Respect that, dude. Yeah, it's if it's a tough routine, it's going to be like a nightmare. But yeah, it's a good change to make. Good job. When the program gets near to the end, I will switch to 4 days per week, 2 upper and 2 lower body workout session. That's the best. That's great. Nothing. That's perfect. I mean, if you're serious about it, you wouldn't need much else. I mean, to be like to stay in shape and be healthy. Gonna end up like Dwayne Johnson? I don't think so. Hopefully, yes, but I think it's way crazier than uh, that little workout. That guy makes everybody look lazy. Like there's no chance. I'm bench pressing 120 kilos and I don't really train properly from a couple of years. Yeah, that's. I mean, if you're bench pressing like 130 kilos, you're probably in a great shape, so you don't lose much. Uh, if you don't get like super unhealthy, I mean, but if you're starting from like I don't know, not great shape. I mean, the best thing is not to do like a very hard training. The best thing is to um, be constant at like escalate. Doing just a meal plan alone can stagger most people. Probably makes us explode people. I sit on my PC from 5 months and I still have abs. Good genetics, I guess. I mean, yeah, go fuck yourself. No, I'm joking, but yeah, it's definitely good genetics. And if you're young, that helps. Don't think that it lasts forever, though. I mean, if you get the older you get, the harder it will be for you to keep um, to be in shape without moving or doing anything. I mean, that's unfortunately just a part of getting old. But but yeah, enjoy it since you can. I'm 22. Yeah, uh, try to do something in 5 years, 5, 6, 7 years probably, because it will slow down. uh, you have time though. I mean, enjoy your abs meanwhile. Yeah. Don't talk about age. Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about it, just say you're young or you're old. I mean, I can tell you I'm old. Not too old though. But yeah, if you're young, um, it's way easier to keep in shape, especially if you have moved on. Like if you have done something before. If you can bench press 130 at 22 or at a young age, yeah, I mean, you're probably in a great shape and you'll keep that great shape for a long time. But it will go away with age, even if it doesn't seem right now the case. If it doesn't seem the case right now, that's unfortunate. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it'll happen. unfortunately. The thing with the elbow accident, I live in Sweden and I was on a trip in Australia when it happened. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Like spider and take steroids, yeah. That's Australian, yes. Not only spiders. The funny thing is, I was bench pressing same weight at 17. Then I stopped gym at all and just train on the bars outside. Street workout, yeah. Well, that's actually great. Man, you were lifting 130 at 17. I mean, at 17, I was lifting, I don't know. Probably my lunch. That was the only thing I was lifting at 17. Uh, Beer, maybe a bottle of beer. I don't know. The pan, actually, that's a thing I was doing at 17. I was lifting my pan to draw, and that's it. I've started way later than that. But yeah, it's great if you guys are still young. Just start doing like some exercise. And you'll keep your shape, and you'll get in shape like super easy. It was like antidepressant for me, you know. It's for everybody. You are outside, you're working out, you're getting tired, you're achieving something, you're meeting people. It's super great for everybody. Didn't care about looking good and girls and shit. But just go outside around the nature, the sun. Yeah, it's super great, super relaxing. I've done that, but I was a little older when I started. That's like double my little bro's weight. That's the best experience. Yeah, being outside and with nature in the sun and doing something that tires your body. I can only bench press around 17 now because of the elbows. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm so sorry. I have no idea how much I bench press. I do everything on my own. I used to do like parkour training, so I never went big on weights. Right now I'm doing them a little more, but just lightly. I just do it every day. Ooh, some antidepressant problems. Sorry to hear that, but I hope they'll help because it's awful. It's a awful condition. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I think I'll go now. I need to take a breath and then go back and have a work on this stuff, and it's going to slow down everything once I start really working on it and exporting the model. So I love to stop anyway, and I'm not doing much. So I think I'll go and I'll focus on this, finish this, and then I'll start painting on it again. We can maybe do it later. No, not later. Sorry, tomorrow. I maybe keep streaming tomorrow the painting process. This is going to take a while. I'm making like a big change in here. It's not just a tiny detail anymore. All right. When I was younger, I was going okay, and with the time I realized it's stupid. Yes. And the best you can do about your body is to stay as healthy as you can. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing it as well. I mean, you're working so hard to study and you're working so hard for a career in your life, but if you don't take care of your body, it's a problem because you won't enjoy it, and if it gets like a health problem with your body, then it won't last that long. And I want my art career to last as long as I can, so that's why I started working on it. You should take care of your body, guys. It's the thing that moves you around in this world and makes you experience things. If it doesn't, if it's not working correctly, and if it's not healthy, you won't have a healthy overlook on the world. That's all I'm saying. And with that, I'll go and I'll finish this outside the streaming, and then I'll let you know how it went. Tomorrow we start painting it again though. So catch you tomorrow. All right. All right. Goodbye. Bye bye. Bye bye.